Hey everyone, I'm so glad to be here with you today. So we're going to do an object lesson today, and I am excited about this one. This story this week on our 5th week of Courageous Kids. The story this week was Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. And I tried to think of all the ways that we could talk about raising Lazarus from the dead with an object lesson. And I went back to some of my favorite things. So here's what you're gonna need to do it with me. You're gonna need a soda bottle. This one is a 16-ounce Diet Coke. You know, Miss Tonya loves her Diet Coke. You'll need it to be empty. So I have that right here, an empty one. Then you're gonna need some baking soda, and you're gonna need some white vinegar, like this. So I've already measured mine out. All of the description and the directions are on our Facebook page for kids under the menu section, and there's also a link for all of the lesson packs for this week. So you're also going to need a balloon. Now, be sure to blow your balloon up and stretch it a little bit. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to put our baking soda into our balloon. So you might need a little help with this part. In the story of Jesus raising Lazarus, remember Lazarus and his sisters, Mary and Martha, were friends of Jesus's, and Lazarus got sick. So I thought that this Bible story was very good for where we are right now with the coronavirus and kind of being protective of our family members and our friends and not wanting anyone to get sick. So Lazarus got sick in the story, do you remember? And Jesus was visiting far away, and Mary and Martha sent word that they wanted him to come back because they knew Jesus could help. And we know that they in their own way understood that Jesus was very special, was the Son of God. And you have to remember that they didn't have the benefit of the Bible. None of them actually knew what we have the blessing of knowing now. They didn't have all the stories written down yet because they were the story. So we're going to do a little object lesson about Jesus raising Lazarus from the dead. And all I could think about was, laying flat and then kind of raising up. So I wanted to do something like that. So you're going to take your baking soda and you need to put it inside your balloon. And here's my little trick for you. If you'll take your balloon and put it inside the bottle and open it up so that it's over the edge like this, then it's easier to put your baking soda inside. Don't let it slip though. So then when you have your baking soda inside, you just pull it back out and you're ready to go. So that's what I've done. I've done that with my pink one. I have my baking soda in here. It's about a teaspoon or maybe 2 teaspoons. To be honest, Miss Tonya put a little more in there because I like to do that. So that was our baking soda. Now you're going to want to fill your soda bottle with the white vinegar about halfway. Not really much more than halfway, okay? Because we are going to have a lot of reaction. We're going to create a gas, right? A chemical reaction between the vinegar and the baking soda. So I'm pouring in my vinegar into my soda bottle. And you see I come just about up to the label line. I didn't even bother to take the label off, just wash it out. You don't have to wash it with dish soap. In fact, make sure that you don't have any dish soap residue in. Then you're going to take your full balloon, remember it has a baking soda, and you're going to put it over the top so that it is secured but that you haven't dropped anything in, just like this. So in the story, they sent word, Mary and Martha sent word to Jesus, and they asked him to come back. They knew he would want to help because he was their friend. Remember, Jesus had friends too, right? All the disciples and many, many others. So Jesus didn't go back right away. He waited 2 days, and then he went back to the village of Bethany, where Lazarus lived. And by this time, Lazarus had passed away, and they had actually buried him in a tomb, just like Jesus, kind of in a cave. Remember, the graves sometimes were carved into caves, carved into hillsides like caves, and they would put stones in front to keep the animals out and to keep others out. So that's where Lazarus was. And Mary and Martha were quite upset. Their brother had just passed away, and they really felt like if Jesus had come right away, he could have prevented it. But Jesus actually wanted to do this miracle of raising Lazarus so that everyone could once again see who he really was, the Son of God. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to raise this balloon. We're going to pretend the balloon is Lazarus, right? And we're going to raise Lazarus by holding the balloon up and letting the baking soda fall into the vinegar. All right, are you ready? So we will raise it up. There we go. There we go. And there we go. I think mine's going to pop too. There we go. Look at that. Look at this. There is my balloon raised. Isn't that amazing? Look at that. So the gas that is created from the vinegar and the baking soda is a carbon dioxide, and it fills up the balloon. I really thought it might pop there for a minute. I sort of hoped it would, but you can fill up your balloon. Now remember to kind of guess what size balloon it is so that you put the right amount in there, because you could pop your balloon and spray baking soda and vinegar all over your kitchen or your room or wherever you're doing this, and your parents may not be too excited about that. But I thought this was super fun and that you guys would really, really like it. So let's look at, we kind of saw it happen in there, but let's look at it again, kind of in a more up close like you normally get to see it, just while we have this opportunity, okay? So I've got a smaller container, and I'm going to pour some baking soda in it, just like this. And then I'm going to pour a little vinegar into this container, just a little glass container, so that you can watch what happened in the bottle is now going to happen in this glass, in case you couldn't see it very well. And it doesn't take very much, but I just wanted you to see it up close. So here we go. So that's what was happening inside the balloon. We were creating this reaction, which is a gas, between the two. And that is what got trapped inside of our balloon. So you can see we still have, our balloon is still up because the gas is still trapped. Here we still have a carbon dioxide still trapped inside. So that's what we created with the bubbles, like bubbles in soda, right? Very bubbly. So I hope you had a great time. I hope you will try this. Let me know how you do. Please take videos and pictures and put them on our website. And I can't wait to see you very soon. Bye-bye, guys.